I'm going to give you 4 of my favorite musical ways to impress admissions counselors and get your school applications to the top of the pile, even if you're not applying to art schools. Now, I'm going to give a significant amount of detail for all 4, but if you would like a complete framework and guidance or coaching and even peace of mind, knowing you're taking some really cool extra steps to stand out above the crowd, click the link. Okay, number 1, record a song and publish it on iTunes. Most schools ask if you have any published works on your applications, so this is a perfect opportunity. It doesn't even have to be an original song, it can be a cover as well. You can print professional CDs by using a service like cdbaby.com, or if you want to get fancy, you can even print vinyl records, which are super fun and totally back in style now. If you're good at this kind of thing, you can make them look pretty professional yourself by just designing the artwork on Canva and printing some CD sleeves at Kinko's. You can grab some sleek CD cases at your local Staples and pop one of those babies into your application folder. If the artwork has you worried, you could just hire a graphic designer from a website like Fiverr to design a great cover and make it look really professional. As for the recording process, these days we don't really have to go into a professional studio, but bonus points if you do. If you're limited with a small budget, you can record your song at home with GarageBand with just an iPad and a $30 microphone. You may need to hire a producer or a professional musician to make a simple track for you to use as a basic template. If it's an original song, you can send them your basic demo. And if it's a cover song, you can just send them the key that you're most comfortable with. If you're a singer, make sure to check out my video on how to find the perfect key for every song. So when the producer has enough of a basic idea of your song, they will record and send you a track with the most ideal structure and timing. In the end, you can have a producer make a professional mix and something called a master, which will ensure that the volume levels and quality is good to go. Now, if you're thinking, whoa, this is going to get really expensive with a producer and a master, and you're just not ready to invest in that right now, it's actually something I can even do. It's not that complicated, and maybe a couple $100 and you can get exactly what you need. And some students are even able to handle making the tracks on their own, like I said, just with a simple GarageBand and an iPad. Okay, moving on. Bonus points if your original song is written for a good cause or a mission project. There are so many people out there who need healing and the therapeutic effects that music can offer. A few organizations off the top of my head are songsoflove.org, who focuses on writing songs for children in hospitals. And then there's operationsong.org and songwritingwithsoldiers.org, where you can write songs with or for veterans and soldiers. And I have a feeling there are many more of these organizations around today, so check it out, just do a big Google search. You may have to team up with a professional songwriter in order to work with these organizations, but it's worth a shot. And bonus points if you co-write it, because it's going to show these schools that you're a great collaborator. Okay, we're still going strong with number 1. There are so many possibilities with songwriting, but one of my favorites is to enter a songwriting contest. You never know when you can actually win. Just last year, one of my old songwriting partners entered a songwriting contest in Singapore and we won. It was such an incredible and exciting experience, and you never know when that could be you. You could add something really impressive to your resume and come home with some extra cash in your pocket. So let's back up a little bit. This does not have to be an original song. You can also record a cover. But keep in mind, if you do record a cover song and you want to print physical CDs or vinyl records or even digital downloads, you have to get something called a mechanical license. There are a few different websites you can go to for this, and it's really not that expensive. Now, if you're going to make a music video and publish on YouTube or anything like that, you have to get a sync license. And I know what you're thinking. What about streaming? So if you would just want to publish your music on iTunes and Spotify and YouTube just to have it streaming, you actually are covered by the blanket licenses that these companies have. So you don't even have to worry about anything. unless you print those physical copies or have downloads. Now, I already mentioned music videos. They are a great way to showcase your acting skills. I've helped several of my students to make music videos, and we usually go to Central Park or find a rooftop. We do some fun hair and makeup, find some really cute outfits, and we just need a couple people to film and one good friend to hold a reflector. Not really necessary, but bonus points if you do. You can even film with your iPhone and edit in an app called InShot and be done in a day. And bonus points if you use 2 phones for 2 camera angles. Okay, we are finally at number 2. Become a member of a performing rights organization, also known as a PRO. Performing rights organizations are the organizations that go out there and find all the places where every song under the sun is being played, like radio, TV, movies, streaming, downloads, and then they send royalty checks to the lucky songwriters. So, if you join one of these organizations as a songwriter and register the songs that you have written, whenever your songs get placed in films or movies, even downloads, they will keep track of that and make sure you get paid. Now, the 2 main performing rights organizations in the United States are ASCAP and BMI. I myself am a member of ASCAP, and I think the word on the street is it's the preferred choice because they seem to be a little more helpful in terms of support for their songwriters. Okay, so bonus points if you join as a songwriter and a publisher. If you join as a publisher, you are basically creating your very own publishing company, and in that case, you would be able to keep the publishing royalties of your songs as well as the songwriting royalties. Many times songwriters have to pitch their songs for film and TV through a licensing agency, and those agencies, unfortunately, most always take 100% of the publishing. So if you have your own publishing company with ASCAP, you can try to bargain to keep at least 50% of your publishing. In that case, you would be making 50% more profit on your songs, and if you're lucky, you could get to keep 100% of the publishing, and you would make double. I know this gets so confusing, so check out some of my other videos on how to keep your royalties, and feel free to sign up for my next song placement and licensing workshop. Number 3, start a rock band. You can upload video clips and photos, even make a website to add to your portfolio. Not only will it show them you're a great leader and collaborator, but it will show them you're well-liked, confident, well-organized, and hardworking. Bonus points if you can get video clips of your band performing in a showcase or a small gig at a real music venue. Number 4, get your voice ready, real, and strong for your interview. Vocal image is just as important as physical image. If you go in and introduce yourself with a strong, resonant, and authentic voice, they'll instantly see that you are exactly the kind of confident, strong leader they want in their future students. So you're going to want to make sure to do some vocal and physical warm-ups right before you go in for your interview. Now, really quick, I'm going to give you 2 of my best tricks to get strong resonance in your speaking and singing voice. If you like these tips and you want to learn everything there is to know about how to find your very own personal, unique sound that's powerful and strong while keeping it healthy and avoiding injuries, make sure to sign up for my next Real Resonance Masterclass. Okay, vocal tip number 1, use a V sound. And this works for both speaking and singing, so make sure to try it for both and see how it works for you. First, we'll just kind of give you a basic idea. So F and V are the same position. So when you get ready, you can use an F just to get that airflow. And then we can sing on it and it becomes very strong because that V is very supported. Okay, second. Okay, so let's try it. You can pause this video and try it on your own. So high, right? And that our speaking voice and singing voices are so close. Really, singing is just held out pitches, right? So like if you're speaking and you hold out the notes, it just gets longer, right? So if we use that V, hi, I'm Shelly. So first, you need to find the optimal pitch range of your speaking voice. And mine is going kind of back and forth between here and here and here and here, right? So I'm gonna use that note. Hi, I'm Shelly. Hi, I'm Shelly. How are you? Right? And it kind of just really can make your voice pop out so much more with all that support added. Okay? So this exercise is a no-brainer for singing. It's actually a little bit easier to explain because you just sing the phrase on V and then you sing it on the words, and you will notice immediately how your voice becomes 10 times stronger just in a second. Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate this really quick on happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. But if I do that on a V sound, happy birthday to you, it becomes so much stronger just in a second. And this works for low pitches. This works for high songs. It's just such an amazing exercise. Okay, so then, now you want to imagine that you're keeping the air inside instead of pushing it out. Because if you just push all the air out, then the sound cannot come up into your head and vibrate and resonate, right? Your head, the bones in your head are kind of like your resonator, your speaker, right? So you want to actually keep that air inside. If you just let it all out, then it can't resonate off of your bones and become loud. And that's how opera singers are able to really fill up an entire, a very large space. Vocal tip number 2, use emotions. When we're angry and we're yelling at our sister or brother or whoever, we use so much support and consonants. And it's the consonants that really make things pop out, right? And the support in our gut is really working really nice and hard. So what I like to do is, and this works for singing also, is pretend that you are in a restaurant and you're sitting at a table and you're fighting with the person across from you at your table, right? So you're so angry, but you can't be too loud, because this is the reason that we're doing it in a restaurant, is we want to avoid screaming, right? I don't want you to scream, but I want you to keep that strength. Okay, so you have to contain yourself, right? You don't want the whole restaurant to know what's going on, but you're still really angry. And how could you do that to me? Why did you do that, right? But it's not, why did you do that, right? So you kind of have to pretend, put yourself in that situation, put yourself in a situation where they did something really bad and you've never been more angry in your life. What are you doing? Right? When we say, what are you doing? It's just, there's so many consonants, but it's not, what are you doing? It's not screaming, right? So you can kind of play around with that and then use it in your speaking voice, use it in your songs, and it really works to get support and using all of those consonants so the audience can understand your words, or the person in your interview can understand you when you're speaking. And when you announce yourself, you say, hi, I'm Shelly, and you say it very confidently. And another trick with emotion is to pretend like you're really excited. And the excited version actually gives you more brightness. So if you're singing a song and you kind of need a little more brightness in your sound, the excited one can be better for that. But kind of just depends, and you can try both back and forth. But the excited one also works for interviews because you want to kind of warm up your personality, right? So when you walk in, you don't want to be like, hi, I'm Shelly, right? But you need to be happy and smiling, right? So it's kind of like if you imagine Christmas morning and you're so excited, and but you still contain yourself like you're in that restaurant, right? You don't want everybody to know that you're like, you're just kind of trying to contain yourself, but you can't handle it anymore, and you really want to open up that present and see if you got your new Barbie or whatever you wanted, right? So it's like, wow, hi, I'm Shelly. Hi, I'm Shelly. How are you? Right? And you're kind of just will radiate a little bit more, and you can use it in your songs, you can use it in your speaking, and it just is going to make you feel so much more charismatic and excited. And we all love to see people happy, right? It's infectious. And if you walk into your interviews with charisma and excitement and happiness, they will feel it too, and they will remember you. So that's it. I hope that you can use one of these 4 ways to get your resume to the top of the pile and get into your dream schools. If you need my help with any of it or have any questions, please click the link and I will see you in the next video.